Detroit Lions. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They run it again with Chubb. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. York able to send this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On first down, Elliott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Elliott, he's going to take another shot here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Elliott. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
But hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Elliott. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 1st and 10, Elliott. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Elliott.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Elliott. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Elliott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing on first down. Elliott. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. Looking to throw. Elliott. Flush to his. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Elliott.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Elliott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
first down. They'll run with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Swift.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Elliott.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs and that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 4th down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
This is Swift on the counter. And some room to roam now. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
First down, and they go with Swift again. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 3, second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken.
He only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, it's Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Watson.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Watson off play action. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper from 3 yards out. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Going for 2. And instead it gets picked off. Not on the return. Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
And the troops rally.
Exactly. Getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit!
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Watson. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And they're going to sack him again. The fifth time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On first down, Elliott. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
He's going to keep this again.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They throw it out right complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to...
And, my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Elliott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On fourth down, Elliott. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Off play action. Elliott. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And my goodness, another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling. No. And now here's another interception. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now official.